Pisces, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your April 2021 love read. So this is a general read, so keep that in mind. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, general read. So you always want to check your other signs. Some months those may add a little more clarity. They may resonate with you a little more. You get my point. So again, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for April 2021 for love. All right, so Pisces, you and Capricorn got lost in the shuffle somewhere. I'm not sure what happened. I had both of your videos uploading in queue, and then for some reason, they were gone. And not only gone from my videos, but they were gone from my camera as well. So I don't know what happened. So sometimes I believe in divine timing, and maybe the messages changed all of a sudden, or maybe something else changed all of a sudden, and it was time to like change it up, or the universe said, hey, no, you know, Pisces and Capricorn need to hear something different. So anyways, that's the long version. The short version is technology stinks sometimes. And so here we go. We're going to do this again. All right, Pisces, any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. If you'd hit the bell icon and subscribe, that is also appreciated. Means a lot to the channel. Oh, and if you're not getting my notifications, which I've had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me, YouTube right now is saying turn them off and then turn them back on. They've said that to a few other YouTubers that I know as well, because of the same issue. So just letting you know that if you are subscribed and you're not hearing from my channel, they're asking that you do that as well. So, all right, as I get crazy about the cards being straight, let's go ahead and pull your Oracle card, and then we will get started for April 2021 for Pisces. Ooh, for Pisces. You had two come out. So we're asking for one here, universe. And you have Flower Spirit. Doing some blooming here, Pisces, doing some blooming. This card definitely talks about, you know, making the best of things. It's a soul, it's a tenderness, it's a joy, it's a friendship. So this talks about maybe you're developing feelings for somebody, or you already have feelings for somebody and maybe you feel they're kind of a soulmate. Again, this may be developing or budding friendship. It could be a past person you haven't talked to in a long time that you're going to befriend. There's a lot of different possibilities here, but when they say soul, it definitely means to me somebody who's very special, who's incoming, or somebody who's special from the past that you may be talking to again. So we'll see what's going on. The first card you have is your current position, and you have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is patience, it's balance, it's priorities, it's change. So the Two of Pentacles is talking about making sure your priorities in check, and how do I balance everything that I need to do. So for a lot of you, this is internal right now. Your game is internal, and when I say game, it's about, you know, the chessboard of life, the moving the pieces around and figuring out, and then developing, you know, the lovers. So maybe you're friends with some people, maybe you're occasionally going out, you know, dating or whatnot, but in essence, you're kind of figuring out the puzzle pieces of your life, what you're doing, what your priorities are, and keeping your balance in check, and keeping yourself, you know, your priorities organized. And then it's kind of like, okay, where does love fit in, or where does meeting somebody fit in? Or it seems as though like work or money or, you know, kids or family have taken the, you know, driver's seat, and now you're debating on where you can fit in. Like you're missing that human connectivity. And now the question is, where can I fit this in? The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Devil card. So the Devil card is avoiding toxicity. So this tells me that either somebody from the past or behaviors from the past want to be avoided for the future. Because the Devil card is Capricorn's card. So you could be dealing with Capricorn or have Capricorn placements in your chart. But the thing about the Devil is there's a toxicity. There's addictions. There's, you know, vices, all different types of things that you know, come through here. And the Devil card, for me, immediately in this position for you, tells me that you're trying to avoid that. Or maybe some of you, you know, have gotten sober, or you're realizing how toxic a past relationship was, and you don't want to bring that into the future. So this is, it feels more like this is just a remembrance, Pisces. This is just a, you know, let's not let things get where they were in the past, or let's not, you know, sorry, I'm having my tea. You know, let's not, if you're, you know, dealing with somebody, maybe there was a codependency. You get my drift. There was something here that was a negative impact, whether it was substances, whether it was narcissism, whether it was, you know, trust issues, whatever it is or was, you're defiant on that's not going to happen again. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. And you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a happiness, resting place. So this tells me at one point you were feeling at peace with somebody, or, you know, your plan was to move in with somebody or marry somebody, or whatever the case is. And it either didn't happen, or you're looking for that again. Or it could be the past returning and you kind of pick up where you left off. Not immediately, but definitely a potential for, you know, doing the things that you were going to do. If you had planned on getting married, that's something that will, you know, could possibly progress with somebody from the past. Or if that's just what you had always wanted, now it's saying whoever you're dealing with, or the person you've met, or the people you're meeting, or the person you're going to meet, could come across as a soulmate type energy. And therefore, excuse me, you could end up with this Four of Wands, which is happiness, a resting place, you know, first completion into what it is you want out of a relationship. The next card you have is your immediate past, or the past few weeks, past month or two, and you have the Three of Cups. So meeting people, getting out there, socializing, you know, however you can socialize now, being safe and whatnot. But the Three of Cups is a celebration. So for some of you, it's going out and meeting people, or maybe online dating, or getting to know new people, or just having fun. For some of you, maybe you're not dating at all. You're just getting out and, you know, getting out with friends, or maybe in your area, excuse me, sorry, maybe in your area, you know, things are opening up and you're able to go grab a drink with friends, or you're able to, you know, go, you know, grab a round of golf, whatever it is for you. The Three of Cups talks about a potential opportunity to meet people, to make friends. This isn't necessarily jumping into a relationship. This is just, oh, okay, you know, there's some opportunities out there that maybe you haven't taken the chance to get to know recently. The next card you have is the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords is your distant future. Now, the Page of Swords is wanting to know the truth. This is saying, hey, something is missing here. The Page of Swords talks about, now it's not anything bad, but this talks about, I almost want to say shady people. Like you're starting to read the difference between somebody who's being, you know, organically true with you, and somebody who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Because this is somebody who's very perceptive and very logical. And this talks about news that you've been waiting for. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is meeting somebody and potentially finding out that they feel the same way about you. Or maybe a past person and finding out that they still care about you, or they still think about you as much as you think about them. So there's a message here that arrives, and it's crystal clear. There's going to be no doubt in your mind. So whether it's somebody new, whether you're talking to somebody new, whether you're online dating and you're like, wow, you know, there's a couple of people I've been wanting to talk to, and a message arrives, you know, that could be it. But the Page of Swords, though, when I say there's something missing, this is like, you're going to know instinctively whether somebody's being truthful with you, whether there's something else. You're not in the mood for any bullshit. And this says, hey, I read you loud and clear, and I know what you're talking about, or I know what you're thinking, or whatever the case may be. And that seems to be my saying for your read. For some reason, I've said whatever the case may be, like 5 times, and I don't know why. So maybe that should be the title. You know, this is the case, or whatever the case may be, or something. I don't know. That would be a weird title. But the Page of Swords definitely talks about knowing whether somebody's being truthful with you and genuine with you. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of April, and you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is partnership, planning, growth. So this really is, Pisces, either somebody's coming back from the past, somebody that you had planned on having a solid relationship with, a solid foundation with, and for whatever reason it didn't happen. There were toxicities, there were codependencies, there were, you know, there was deceit or addictions or something along those lines that kept you from having this. The Three of Wands is saying that, you know, it's maybe welcomed back as long as the truth is there, as long as you guys can trust each other, as long as there's security. Now, this could be a new person, because as I said, maybe you've been finally dating again, or you've been dating for a while, nothing struck your interest, and now somebody's, you know, you're really interested in. The Three of Wands, though, like I said, is this partnership planning. It's like moving in a really heavy direction, or moving into a commitment or a committed relationship, if not, you know, already there, moving into a more together type relationship. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is legacy, generational. So this is definitely somebody that you see yourself in this long-term marriage. This Four of Wands is coming back to say, hey, this is the marriage we were going to have, or this is the marriage that I'm going to have if it's with somebody new. It's really 50-50 here, Pisces. I get that a lot for you guys, so I don't know if it's the fish or what, because right now, we're staring across to the Ten of Pentacles, which is this legacy, again, generational. This is, you know, a lifetime, is the Four of Wands coming from the past, which means, again, like I said, picking up where you left off is definitely an energy coming in here. But then you've been having some time to get to know new people, possibly, unless you've been communicating with the past person. And that's what this is, kind of a, hey, how's it going? Let's, you know, get together and hang out just to, you know, shoot the shit and see how things are going. And the Ten of Pentacles is saying this is the real deal, or this is, you're wanting to move this into a real deal situation. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. And you have the Fool card. The Fool card is not knowing which direction you're going 100%. So yes, you may want marriage, or yes, you may want kids, or yes, you may want a travel partner for life. Whatever it is for you, the Fool card talks about, you don't have to know exactly where you're going. You just have to take the leap of faith. So for some of you, you're nervous, or maybe you're nervous about contacting this person or reaching out to this person, especially if it's a past person, or if it's a new person. You're like, I know already that I really care about this person, or I really dig them, or I think they're really awesome, but you're not quite sure how they feel about you, and so you don't want to like push it. But the Fool is saying, you know, take a leap of faith. The worst that happens is they say no, and then, yeah, that would suck. But I think, you know, that they're feeling more for you, you know, closer to what you're feeling for them. The next card you have are any fears or hopes for the outcome. And you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is fear of fighting. So this definitely talks about somebody from the past, because the fighting to me would not symbolize somebody, you know, from like somebody you know now, unless you guys fight a ton and that's just what this relationship's based on. But the Knight of Swords is almost a worry of, if I talk to this person again, or if we get back together, or even if we become friends again, will it lead to fights? Will it lead to anger? Is there something here where, you know, there was, you know, fighting, or always something carrying on, and the worry is, you know, can we have this happy ever after without the negativity? The next card you have is your outcome card, and you have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups just says move slow. The Eight of Cups is slow moving. It's dissatisfaction in forward momentum. So basically saying, you know, take it easy. Don't force things. Don't rush things. Even if you're excited, even if, you know, they call you and you're like, oh, I never thought I'd hear from this person again. I'm super excited. You know, we can meet again or talk again, or, you know, I've missed this person, or I still have feeling, whatever it is. That the Eight of Cups is saying, you know, you don't have to rush into anything. Let this move slowly. Let this develop into a friendship. Let this move forward into a friendship. It really does feel like somebody from the past, even now with the Three of Cups, like there's that communication or something coming in where you're like, hey, by the way, I'm interested in, you know, having conversation, or hey, they answered my text back, or, you know, they picked up my phone call, or whatever it is. Okay. So again, the Eight of Cups just says, you know, take it easy, Pisces. No need to rush into anything. No need to, that's funny. You have the Page of Cups coming in next. The Page of Cups talks about seeing things with love, but this is also a childlike innocence. So this talks about, the Page of Cups talks about almost faking it till you make it. And I don't necessarily agree with that, because there are going to be like the elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. But the Page of Cups talks about looking at something as though your heart has never been broken by this person, or looking at something as though you guys have never had fights or arguments, like a fresh start. And easier said than done, because again, your fear is that Knight of Swords, which is, you know, are we going to argue? Are we going, is it going to be the same thing? Are the same things going to be brought up? You know, just saying, hey, are the same things going to be brought up? In essence, you know, the fighting, arguing. But the Page of Cups is saying, if you guys can look at this as something different, or look at this as though, you know, that part never happened, and move towards, that's interesting, there's you guys, and move towards this, like, again, picking it up where you left off, and moving towards something that you had hoped for, dreamed for in the past. Because then you have the Empress card too, which could be about children. Maybe you wanted children, or wanted to, you know, wanted to involve children somewhere down the line. But the Empress is a nurturing energy. It's a peaceful energy. Can you guys just love each other without the nonsense, without the craziness? Is there still love there? Is that connection still strong enough that you guys can move on and get away from any of the craziness? Then you have the Hermit card coming in, which is Virgo's card. And the Hermit card talks about going inside and really figuring out what you want. But it's also a spiritual journey. So while you're, you know, maybe talking to this person, or whether it's somebody new or old, while you're talking to this person, you're not forgetting, you know, what you've accomplished, or what you've done for the past couple of months, or the past couple of years, however long you guys have been separated. The Hermit card talks about, this is still a journey about yourself. This is still an internal spiritual journey. This is still a stick with the changes you've made at bettering yourself. And this other person has done the same thing, taken a journey on, you know, bettering themselves, or being a better person, or being, or understanding what it takes to be in a good relationship. The next card you have is the Hanged Man, which represents Pisces as well. And the Hanged Man talks about, don't rush. You know, make sure this is what you both want. And not even so much make sure this is what you both want, even though that's super important. But the Hanged Man talks about, don't force it. If somebody, if you don't trust somebody, or you're worried about, you know, trust with somebody because it was broken, or maybe you broke somebody's trust, whatever it is, you know, that has to be regained. So even though it's going to pick up where it left off, or it has the potential to pick up where it left off, remember that this person still is allowed to feel, you know, this person is allowed to feel insecure, or you're allowed to feel insecure about the situation. It's not like all of a sudden they're just going to trust you and be like, hey, everything's wonderful, and I know that we're going to do amazing things, and we're going to kumbaya. That's not how this works. It takes time. It takes being grounded, which is chopped wood right here. Chopped wood is being grounded, and humility. So that's saying, you know what, maybe we didn't give each other enough time to get over some of the bullshit, or maybe we didn't give each other the chance, or maybe we didn't say, you know, I'm sorry enough, or maybe we spent too much fighting instead of listening. Whatever it is here, again, there's a humility here. And this just says, you know, understand that there are still things to work through. But it's very interesting, Pisces, because a lot of reads this month were kind of a separation that was still continuing. And yours seems to be one that can continue forward with a past person, as long as you both realize it's not going to be, you know, just Skittles and rainbows, that there are going to be, the attraction will still be there. There will be different aspects of why you liked them and why they liked you there. But there's been a lot of changes between the two of you since you've been gone, or since they've been gone. And so, you know, it's that song, Since You've Been Gone. So anyways, just realize it's like meeting a new person with this Three of Cups, but still having that strong connection. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.